Today, oh my gosh, we will have moments when we feel like we have cracked the code. Ideas will flow faster than we can catch them. We're filled with excitement. You know, what's possible? And then what happens is reality hopefully will step in and pull us back a little bit and say, hey, not every idea is solid. Not every opportunity is as big as it seems when we first start out. Not every word needs to be spoken without thought. That's what today's about. There's an energy in the air that makes us want to dream big, talk big, leap before we look. The urge to say yes to something before we know what we're even getting into. We will probably overpromise today. We will assume we've got it all figured out. And important details will be missed because we're so focused on that big picture. So at its best, this energy is about seeing beyond our usual limits, stepping outside of our small thinking, daring to believe in more. And at its worst, it's about misjudging situations, rushing ahead before we have any facts, saying something we could come to regret later. So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We will gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy. And by the time we're at the end of this video, my hopes is that you have the tools, the insight to go forward with the confidence, the clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you for, thank you. Welcome to your daily focus for February the 20th, 2025. So today we have the energy of the 20. The energy of the 20 is about turning points, forks in the road, different ways to go, or we may find ourselves on a new path, that the road forked and we didn't even realize that it had. So this is about contemplating our decisions going forward. Usually I would say we are making a decision on a day like today, but I don't think that's wise. But we will see the possibilities of two roads, absolutely. 2 plus 0 is a 2, and that is about magic being around us and magic within us. So sit quietly and contemplate the magic you have within you to utilize, to bring forth, to move you towards prosperity, abundance, happiness, joy, good health, well-being. Your talents, your abilities, your unique self. If we look at the numerology of the day, it would be a 2 plus a 2 plus a 9, which gives us a 13 energy. So a very lucky energy is around us, but it may not feel so lucky at what is happening to us. Okay. So it's really how you interpret the situation at the time. You may feel lucky. You may feel very unlucky. It's like the farmer who had a single son. And he won the prize horse at the county fair. And all the townspeople patted him on the back and said, oh, what good luck, what good luck. And he said, luck? Yeah, it is, it isn't, who knows? And so they're explaining to him that now that they have a horse, you know, him and the son can get so much work done. The horse can do a lot of the heavy work. Yeah, well, who's to know? And then the horse kicks his son in the leg, breaks the son's leg. And everybody's, oh, what bad luck. What bad luck. Now your son cannot help you with anything. You have to do all the work. What bad luck. And he goes, good luck, bad luck. Who's to say? Who's to know? And then the army comes in. And they're looking for young men to go and fight the war. And they see that the son has a broken leg, so he's of no use to them. And they said, oh, you're so lucky. So it's a lot of the times how we interpret luck, right? what is happening to us, our definition of the situation at the time. But the 13, when you look back on the energy of the 13 and see what happened to you in that day and how it transformed your world, put you in, maybe in front of a whole new path, a new person, a new idea, a new opportunity, a new adventure. 1 plus 3 is a 4, and the 4 is about building our foundation strong, to have balance, to have the right energy in all parts of our life, that we're not giving too much to a certain relationship or a person and other things are suffering. Or maybe we are working too hard, and so we are our friends, our chores around the house, our family goes without. We're eating on the run. Now our health is diminishing because we're not eating properly. So look at how you distribute your energy, and is it wise, and does it keep you in balance? Is there a harmony as you go and flow through your days? The 4 could be about home and family and building that structure stronger, deeper. The 4 is also about getting your ducks in a row. Covering the basics. Are you happy? Is there enough food? Do you have enough money to pay the bills? Look at the foundations, okay, of who you are, so that you can grow on that and build your future on a strong foundation. Sun is in Pisces. Moon enters Sagittarius at, I believe, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mercury squares Jupiter today. This energy wants us to dream big. Okay, it wants us to take risks, have those important conversations, chase down those opportunities. It has a way of making us overestimate what is possible. And we'll definitely underestimate the details of what goes into that dream. We'll overlook, what truly matters. We'll feel restless, we'll feel impatient, we are eager to jump into something, whether it's a new idea, a decision, even a confrontation. Okay, it's that kind of energy. We feel bigger than life. Okay, words will come out faster than we can filter them. Conversations will definitely feel charged. I don't care if it's a casual chat or a deep debate, okay? Words feel bigger, bolder, they're more dramatic. And some of us may speak too soon and live to regret it. Some of us will feel like we weren't heard, that someone else dominated the discussion or the opinion. And decisions will feel very urgent, okay? But is it really? Because nothing is urgent. Nothing is absolutely, it has to be done in this moment in time. Okay? But we will feel this pull. We'll feel this pull towards big moves and major purchases and leaps of faith. Okay, so, before signing on the dotted line, so to speak, read the fine print, ask the questions, gain the knowledge, back it up. Okay? This energy, at its core, the tension between what we know and what we assume are two different things here. Okay? We all have, between wisdom and overconfidence. Okay? Because we'll feel like we know it all. Okay, picture this, okay? You're having a conversation with a friend, okay? And they have big, exciting ideas. It could be a new business venture, or maybe it's a move to another country, or maybe they are going to quit their job and fresh start, or go into their dream job, whatever it is that they're all excited about, but big news. And their excitement is actually very contagious, okay? Their words are flowing and they're convincing, and they're definitely convinced that this is the right move for them. And you say, what happens if it doesn't go as planned? Or how are you going to pay for this? And at first, okay, there's going to be resistance, okay? Because right now your friend is fully filled with the energy of Mercury square Jupiter, okay? And Mercury square Jupiter does not like limits, okay? It likes possibilities. So you start saying, like, have you looked at this or have you thought of that? And your friend starts to realize that maybe they are missing a couple of pieces of the plan. Now, does that mean that they shouldn't go for it? Not at all. But does it mean that they need to take a step back and get more clarity and more details and a moment to pause before leaping? Because that's exactly what this energy is about, and that's how it will look. Okay, it's expanding, yes, but with wisdom. It's dreaming, but with structure. So ask yourself if you're making decisions based on fact or are you assuming something? And be mindful. Be mindful of where you're being called to expand your vision of your future forward. Okay, because there's something there. There's potential there. There is an opportunity to dream a little bit bigger there. Absolutely. To act on it, I think this is a day to think big, but if we're going to act very wisely. Okay, it's great for brainstorming or exploring new ideas, expanding our perspective, but I don't think it's the best moment in time for making a final decision or committing to something, or even to assume that we have all the answers. Okay, today's energy invites big thoughts, bold conversations, expansive ideas. Absolutely. It challenges us to at least think outside of our comfort zones. But we need to stay mindful and not get ahead of ourselves. Do not let the energy take you away, okay? Today's spontaneity is not our friend, okay? So if we slow down, we can explore new ideas. We can expand our perspective. We can grow that dream. And if we don't, which will be the general consensus of people that don't follow the astrology, who aren't here right now with us wise ones, well, we would take a risk. We would risk getting caught in an exaggeration, or the exaggeration itself. We get caught in the exaggeration itself. Okay, definitely miscommunication. We'll make commitments we can't keep. We'll make plans that just fall apart at the first little tiny obstacle. This is a time where most people would leap quite willingly into their dreams and then watch that bridge burn behind them or watch that door slam behind them, that they go, wait a minute, I didn't think it through. I just need a retake, a mulligan here. So take a step back today. Yes, absolutely. Get lost in those dreams. Talk with other people. Grow that dream. Grow the expansion of the dream. Talk about it. Absolutely. But do not get lost in actually taking that leap. Think it through. It has merit. It probably has a lot of merit. But Mercury square Jupiter, we could get carried away very easily. Okay, the cards. Underlying energy for today is, look at this, the Lovers. Yesterday we had, the Two of Cups come out for the very first time. Now the Lovers is here. We see it here and there, but by no stretch of the imagination has it been showing up for a while for us. This is about, embracing your dreams. Embracing that relationship, growing that relationship stronger, embracing that dream, growing it stronger. Growing your potential. your passion, your love, your desire, your want. Absolutely. This is a time to embrace it with all your heart, or them with all your heart. To want to add a new layer or to take it to an elevated place. And that could be something that's very tangible and real, okay? Or it could be just a thought that you want to bring into existence and how to bring it in. Okay, by growing and expanding it, we also start to see multiple ways of actually taking some first steps or some following steps. More things will come into the picture. The Hangman, like I said, we don't need the minor arcana much in 2025, do we? The Hangman, being in the moment. Looking at our lives, looking at our situations, looking at the current events. And not with emotion, but with a logical mind of what's going on and where you hold control and where you need control and where you need to let it go. And what you need to surrender to. And you're not in conflict here. You're not fighting here. You're almost in a meditative state. Like the story I told of you and your friends sitting there and having the conversation. Okay, maybe that's you having the conversation with somebody and they give the advice. What advice would you give to yourself? In that event, in that situation, in the current event that you are involved in? What would be your advice to that person? Because it's funny how we change our response sometimes when we look from the outside in. So being in the moment, in the present of what you can do now. And that includes enjoying the now and finding celebration in the now. Six of Pentacles. I think this is more of a card of caution, especially with the energy of today. We want to make sure that we are not giving more of ourselves than what is being returned to us. We can overgive. We can become the martyr on a day like today. The energy of today will actually over the next several days. So make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, or is it just for them to acknowledge you? Because I don't think that acknowledgement will really fill the gap that you're looking for. You have to be happy with who you are. You have to be happy with what you give. And you need to be happy with what they give in return. Now, some of the things we do because we just want to feel that inner happiness and peace, right? Other things we do because we need a paycheck, or we need a place to live, or we need food, or we need whatever it is, right? The survival things, right? I have a car payment because I choose to have a vehicle in my driveway. Because I live in the country and I want to live in the country. So if you live in the country, you got to have a vehicle because there's no bus going by picking me up. So what are you giving in your relationships to other people? What part of you? Okay, so now when I go to work to pay for that car, am I giving more of myself to ensure a job or so that they think better of me? Does it reflect on my paycheck because that's why I'm showing up for work? Or are they taking advantage of me? Are they asking me to stay an extra 10 minutes to do this? Or could you look at this when you're home tonight if you're not doing anything special? Can you go over these numbers again? Can you show up on your day off just for a couple of hours? We just need to go over this. And depleting your time or your energy or your resources. So this is really a card of making sure that what you are giving is also coming back in relationships, okay? If you support them, do they support you? If you respect them, do they respect you? If you love them, do they love you? Or are they somebody who only shows up when they need something and then disappears when you are in need? So I think especially on a day like today when we can overpromise ourselves away to other people's agendas, that we make sure that we are taking care of our agenda first. And that it's fair and it's a win-win situation that we are creating or stepping into. And the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is very much about what we are hanging on to, what we won't let go of. It's almost like for some of us today, we don't want to do the work that is necessary to really get to what we want in our lives. And so we are trying to find a loophole, a way around it. And we, by golly, I think I found it today. And so I think the things we hold on to is our perception. Our perception of our time, our energy, our resources. The perception of our talents and abilities and how we apply them. We're hanging on to old beliefs. We can't possibly walk into a new path with these old stumbling blocks. The stumbling blocks are why we're sitting here. And we don't recognize them as stumbling blocks because that's all we've ever known. That's all that we were taught. That's all that we were exposed to. And there's so much more out there to expose ourselves to. But we can't do that for fear of letting go of some of those old beliefs because that's part of our foundation and our structure. That four energy is coming back into play here through this card, I believe, being the four. And it really is, where are you holding yourself back because you believe things have to be a certain way? And there is no right way or wrong way, per se. But it's the way that you are choosing to continue to stay on a certain wheel or in a rut without even realizing it. Look at your perceptions of your day in, day out. What it consists of. Look at some of your morals, values, and beliefs. How could they change? Okay, when I was growing up, I was raised, well, I was supposed to just have a job until I got married and then I could have babies. But that time was also changing. I was born in a year where it was kind of like a mix between, right? So that was the strongest that was getting faded out and women needed to work. So actually, I was hired by a government order that they had to have so many women working in the place of where I worked. It was all over. It was right across the country where they had to have so many women per man and for equal rights. And so I was hired as one of the token girls, right? And I was just expected to show up and still work but it turned into a career because at those times we were starting to be allowed to have some kind of career in our life. And I didn't even know this because my parents did not bring me up for any of those limiting values to be ingrained in me. I thought I could do anything I wanted to. So now and so I went into the structure and the mindset of you gotta work for a good company and you gotta work till your retirement, and then your retirement will keep you floating until at which time you decide to leave. And now, I mean, kids have 2 or 3 jobs at a time, and they're making money in different ways that we wouldn't think of being money-making avenues. They talk about some of the things they're doing. I don't even know what they're talking about, much less what area of development that's in. They're all looking at computers, and having a job for 5 years is like a really long time. And so our mindsets keep changing. So what mindset is, and I know I've beaten this to death now, I'm so sorry, but what mindset are you carrying with you that you are not allowing to go forward? That is more of what I'm getting in that card. You know what, it's a transformative year, and they tell me to say something, I say it. So So where should you believe in that dream? Where could you step outside the box? I guess that's what I was getting at. Adventure, 30. Okay. 30. The 3 energy appears. Oh, what am I even doing? I'm not even paying attention. My mind's going a million miles a second here. Maybe that energy is starting to tap in. Okay. Adventure. It's an excellent time to take a short jaunt anywhere that inspires you. If you enjoy horseback riding or riding a bike, create an opportunity to do this. Just get outdoors and travel. It will help break you out of your routine. It may also expose you to a different outlook, a new opportunity. You're really going to feel so much better after taking a break. There is no feeling quite like having the wind blow through your hair or the sun on your back. What a great idea, huh? And that would help us dissipate that energy, right? Oh, that's a great card. So, find a little adventure where I could just see you riding a bike, okay? And the wind's blowing through your hair. Maybe you got a helmet on. That's good. Leave it down then. Don't put it in a ponytail if it's long. Let the wind blow through your hair somehow. And just let your mind drift and wander and have conversations with yourself and grow those dreams and expand those dreams. It may be something you see on that bike ride. And if you don't ride a bike, maybe take a train ride or a car ride or go for a walk. And the snail says slow down, which is more of what we should be doing under this energy, I think, is slowing down. Here I'm trying to talk you into doing all kinds of stuff, and the snail shows up and says, no, Tilly. They need to slow down. I stand corrected. Slow, quiet, and trust. Within you there is a stillness and a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. Snail reminds you to take some time to slow down. Life can be chaotic for you, and there is concern for health if you do not take time for yourself. You may want to take a vacation in order to get away from the world, regain a sense of yourself. Nothing filled with activities, but instead a vacation that will be able to replenish your soul. Splurge on a massage, take a yoga class, practice slowing down your body, your mind, and spirit. And that will gift you with the balance that you sorely need right now. Well, that's very true. Maybe you've lost the ability to trust and have built a shell around you. Slow down, quiet your emotions, rest. Remember that trust and mistrust takes time, and so does the restoration of it. Don't stay too long without talking it through with a confidant. A retreat might be just what you need. Lock yourself in the bathroom, start a bubble bath, light some candles, grab your favorite book, and just slow down. Just slow down. Definitely do not want to be spontaneous on a day like today, but it is a time to grow our dreams. It is a time to feel alive. It is a time to experience the world and expand our vision of our tomorrow. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.